Welcome to the OOV Daily Reflection for Saturday, November 12th. The Gospel reading for today's daily Mass comes to us from the 18th chapter of St. Luke's Gospel. It reads, Jesus told his disciples a parable about the necessity for them to pray always without becoming weary. He said, There was a judge in a certain town who neither feared God nor respected any human being. And a widow in that town used to come to him and say, Render a just decision for me against my adversary. For a long time the judge was unwilling, but eventually he thought, While it is true that I neither fear God nor respect any human being, because this widow keeps bothering me, I shall deliver a just decision for her, lest she finally come and strike me. The Lord said, Pay attention to what the dishonest judge says. Will not God then secure the rights of his chosen ones who call out to him day and night? Will he be slow to answer them? I tell you, he will see to it that justice is done for them speedily. But when the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on earth? Most people are struck by the last line of today's gospel. With the increase of those who are not attending church, praying daily, or believing in God, Jesus' question is challenging. Will he find faith on earth? And I know that I've struggled with this question in my role as a priest and pastor. But also I know that there is clearly an answer. Jesus will find faith when he returns, because we all know of faithful people within our church who are truly showing forth the love of Christ and being a witness to what a disciple of Christ means. But again, we also know that there is a decline in many people having faith, and we've heard their excuses. For example, people say, I'm too busy, or faith is not helpful in my life. Faith doesn't make sense to me. And today's parable also offers another example of an excuse. When people come up against the injustice in the world, evil, sin, they don't act like the persistent widow who keeps faith through continual action in order to bring forth what is right, but people just lapse into inaction or anger, or just simply give up, or let despair run their lives. So the challenge of faith is making sure that we don't give up on this essential aspect of our lives, no matter what happens. And it is true. We can have moments in our lives, just like Jesus did in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he asked that there be a different outcome than him having to go to a suffering and death. But instead of despairing or giving up, he said to God, Not my will, but your will be done. And that, brothers and sisters, is where our faith needs to go, especially as we look out into the world. We may not know how to respond, and furthermore, there'll be times where we're confused. But again, if we focus on doing God's will and on our own personal will, we will be able to move through anything that comes our way in our lives. And I should add that someone doesn't get to a resolute commitment of faith overnight. Building up faith in our lives does require study, prayer, and also a commitment to living it out each and every day. And we will make mistakes. We will have times where we don't put our faith first. But the more we can build it up in our lives, the more we can truly respond to God's call to be his loving presence in this world and to make sure that we're helping to build up the kingdom. So maybe in the end, we shouldn't worry about whether Jesus will find faith here on earth, but we should focus instead on what are we doing in our own personal lives to make sure that we're building up our own faith. And if each of us do that and make that a priority in our lives, the sum of all our actions will truly address that question. When he does return, he will find faith on earth, and truly the kingdom will be brought about in an amazing, wonderful way that is beyond our comprehension and imagination. Our Lady of Victory, pray for us.